Nothing to do. Yeah, 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 yeah.
2,000 friends, which I've never done met. A pic of my lunch is what you're gonna get. I had a post of your baby, say it's one darn cute kid. But I lied, cause it's ugly, that's called an online fib. I talk about success in my job and the pending promotion. But in reality it's a psych, cause I got a demotion.
Only the fake Facebook man posting lies about my life which no one else can. Filters on my face disguise my age. Showing money that I don't have as well as on my page. Why don't you come and join my team? It's called living a fake Facebook live dream.
You block me on Facebook without a judge, jury, or trial. I'll be creeping you the next day with a shiny new profile. See a pic of my family? Yeah, we're having a good time. Well, the joke's on you. We have not talked in 8 months or 9. I'll tell you about the weather and the stuff you don't need to know. I'll fake a good illness so the sympathy will grow. I'll ask you to donate to my made-up cause and post selfies on the daily, that ain't breaking no laws. So don't judge the life of the fake Facebook man, pretending to be happy like no one else can.
Third shot, I'm wounded empty. Can't shop 'cause
All right, kids.
Here we are.
I got to give you the regular disclaimer when we have comedians on the show.
Yes.
Because, you know, I'm a struggling comedian.
Yeah, yes, you are.
I work with you every day. You never laugh at anything I say.
But you did slip me a few 20s tonight, so I am going to laugh at a few jokes.
Well, you're bought off and way cheaper than a 20, so we know that's a lie. But you're always busting your gut when comedians come on.
Well, yes.
I'm a sensitive guy, Kinsman.
I know you're sensitive.
Yeah. There we are. Well, why don't you introduce our guests? So I'll give
all
you
right.
the first
Yeah, this is a big show here. Studio 67. We're getting set for My Jokes Are Up Here. Mm-hmm. And this comedy night, mark it off in your calendars now. September 15th, Dante Club, one night only. Erica Sigurdson and Jen Grant are joining us.
Hello.
They're going to be in town that night. So this is a big treat.
There we go, Kinsman. Yeah. And no introduction for
Rick?
Everybody
knows this guy. Yeah, and the host. We all know this guy. Yeah. Rick Lemieux is going to be there, and you're a funny guy.
Oh, thank you. Funnier than him, anyways.
Right.
I'm not these girls,
I'm lowest on the totem pole.
No.
But I'm happy.
You're both funny. You're all funny. Yeah. And again,
let's just move on. Everybody's funny.
Well, everybody's funny. But, you know, this is for people that say nothing ever happens in this city. Well, guess what? It's happening. And not only are you going to be in for an amazing comedy show, but dinner as well at the Dante Club for the one ticket price of $70. $70 will get you in.
Yeah, $70. An entire meal and then two headlining comedians. Like how
two of Canada's top.
I don't know what else you want.
Are going to be
there.
What else can you like for $70?
Yeah. It's value.
Right. If you went in Toronto, you'd pay $45-50 just to park the car before you even get out.
100%. That's where Rick gets you. The parking is expensive.
Our pre-show meeting, we said let's not let the guests sit too long because they just have to stare at their webcams.
I know.
You blew it there, kids.
Oh no.
Okay,
we're having fun there. Let's bring the ladies in there. Who do we start with? Let's chat with Erica. Erica, welcome to Timmins. Obviously, streaming in here. You're looking forward to the big show coming up.
I sure am. I've been to Timmins once before, and it was certainly not September. So I'm looking forward to some see what you got to offer in September and not in the fridge. I don't remember what month that was, Rick, but it was
March.
It was March.
It was March, and there was snow.
Probably about minus 45. Just
yeah.
A typical day here in Timmins.
Yeah, and for a Vancouver girl, that's a lot to handle in one day. So yeah, I'm really excited, and I get to perform with my best comedy friend and one of my very, very best life friends. Jen Grant.
Wow, that felt weird, didn't it? I thought she was going to say best friend, but I'm a best comedy friend. Wow.
Well,
your best comedic friend.
Well, I got a best business friend, so I'm with Erica here.
I don't want to
Jen knows I'm constantly being made fun of because first of all, I have two best friend Jens. So I can't be saying I can't rank them. There's top three, and she's in it. That's all you need to know.
All right.
Right, Jen?
Okay.
Yes.
Not bad.
Sure.
Top three.
I'm okay with that.
I have to ask Erica a question. Okay, so I'm reading your bio. Perform for the troops in Afghanistan. Is that a completely different routine you do in Afghanistan that we would see anywhere else? Is that different? That's a different vibe altogether.
Yes and no. I mean, it was one of the most nervous I had been before show, not only because we got a rocket attack like 5 minutes before I went on stage, which is not a great feeling right before you go out on stage, but we were also told to not try to change our material too much because that's what they wanted. They wanted the material that you would do in front of, they don't want to have jokes about being in Afghanistan. So it was a bit different, but not 100% different.
Right. So they see the threats of war all the time. So they don't want to hear a couple.
They want some reality. They want some fun. They want, maybe take them away from that horrible situation where you can have a few laughs for a couple hours.
Exactly. Yeah.
I entertained the Canadian Armed Forces when I was in Egypt, and there was one audience that had 300 people in the crowd, and only 25 were English speaking. They were the Canadian contingent. And imagine that. And I think I was like 5 years into comedy, which honestly, 5 years is nothing. Like 5 years, you're a baby. I was such a baby in comedy and nervous as hell. Like picture these soldiers are there and they're like away from their family at Christmas, the pressure, man. And like everyone else on the show was a dancer or a musician, singer, which can translate easily. You know what I mean? You don't have to understand the language to enjoy that as an entertainment, but stand up is, yeah, you pretty much need to know what I'm saying. So I had to do 15 minutes and I had to like leave my ego at the door because I had to focus on those 25 people that actually understood me. And if everyone else didn't laugh, I had to just be okay with that because and it was a good lesson. And then I found out afterwards that a lot of the people in the crowd that didn't understand English thought I was doing a really long intro to a song that never happened.
Right.
They're like, when is this song going to happen?
Yeah.
I want to go back to what you mentioned, Jen. So you said, I'm doing it for 5 years, and that's not that long. It's crazy. Like this one thing probably people don't realize about getting in front of a crowd, it's not an overnight sensation. Like this is working on your craft continuously. And 5 years in, you just say like, if you're any type of job, like 5 years into teaching, you probably feel pretty comfortable.
Right. 5 years into policing.
Yeah. 5 years into policing.
I was very comfortable.
But as a comic, it probably gets nerve-wracking trying to get, staying up at, I guess, in line with, the current jokes, and you want to keep your, the topics fresh for every single audience.
I don't know about that. I think tell me if I'm right or wrong. It's like the audience can be unpredictable every night because if in Timmins is a different audience than it would be in Toronto. Who's right, me or Kinsman, Jen?
You know what's interesting? I don't know. Erica, tell me if you feel this way. I mean, we've talked about everything under the sun, but tell me what you think about this. I find people are really fascinated with how comedians adjust to the crowd. To some extent, that's true. If it's a clean, we were talking about that before we started. If it's a corporate, you have to know what clean means. And I've learned that the hard way. Like what clean is like squeaky clean. To the ones that pay, the corporate gigs that, pay a lot of money, they want to make sure that you don't even like get anywhere close to offending anybody possibly ever, like at all. And so that's a learning process. But I just find that you never know what's going to offend people. And I think if you are just yourself and you're the most authentic, you can play any crowd. That's my opinion. People are like, you must have had to change that because the crowd tonight. I'm like, no, this is my act. This is me. Like I'm not suggesting I'm anywhere near Picasso, but I don't think Picasso was like, I'm going to just display the art that I think these people are going to like. You know what I mean? And I'm not Picasso. Right. But
well, a little bit there, though. I like it.
Yeah, you see the theory though. What do you think, Erica?
No, I agree. I mean, unless you go into a crowd that, like, I just got asked to perform at the retirement home that my uncle lives in, and I haven't even responded to the email because I'm like, no, this would be the worst show. So, I mean, I have certainly walked into audiences, and if you see all blue hairs, there's certain jokes you're not going to do, right? Like but for the most part, I think, Jen, you're totally right, because as this comedian Augie Smith told me early in my career, he said, I have my set and I do it because it's easier for me or for the audience to adjust to me than it is to me to adjust to the audience. And I was like, yeah, that's so true. Cause sometimes you do it and you change things up to try to please that audience. And then it doesn't go well because you've just changed what you do. And then they're not happy and you leave feeling like shit. So
yeah, like even if you think of regular life, like, I can get a little deep, guys, but I feel like sometimes the stage is a microcosm for life. Like if you are interacting with someone and you're saying what they want to hear, it comes across as not authentic, right? And you can tell they're just trying to like suck up to you or please you. Like I am who I am. I'm not. Having said that, I'm not going to go and do the same act in like a small town, rowdy, drunk, blue collar crowd. I'm not going to do the same material that I would do exactly as I would to like an extremely progressive, like Vancouver urban, crowd. A lot of it's going to be similar, but you got to know your crowd a little bit that way. But ultimately it's just, you're not going to change who you are, really.
Yeah. And that's why I do feel like when I say like a little bit like Picasso, an artist, because you're the experts in your craft. So when you get recommendations, and if you don't think they're going to work because you've seen it multiple times, you know how people are going to have a good time and respond. And I find people should trust your opinion because you lived it and breathed it. And to me, that's an artistic value, right?
Yes,
because you know, if they're going to pay you X amount of dollars for people to laugh, you're not going to bend it their way and people just go home sour because they're going to say, Jen let us down.
Yeah. I thank you for using Jen as that example instead of me. Jen, let's just put that on a bumper sticker. Jen let us down. No, just kidding. I love you. You're so funny. But you're totally right. Especially sometimes the agent will tell you it's supposed to be really clean. But so I always double check with the person who's actually signing the check, because agents get nervous. Like neither Jen or I, even if you said do your dirtiest set, it probably is like, you guys would be like, what? Okay, nerd. Like it wouldn't be that. It might be dark, but it's not going to be dirty. But like sometimes you finish the squeaky clean set and then the audience is like, that was good, but I wish you had like really pushed it. And you're like, well, I was told not to, or I wouldn't get paid. So like you have to double check.
Got to double check before you hop out on stage. Now, judging by the Timmins audience, what type of show are we expecting from you ladies September 15th for those watching and maybe on the fence? Should I buy a ticket? Which they should. And if they, we should mention, if they comment tonight, we're giving away, is it 2 tickets tonight?
2 tickets, yeah.
So 2 tickets. Someone's going to win 2 tickets to the show. So what are we expecting from you ladies on September 15th?
Well, Jen, do you want to take this one?
I'll take the first little bit and then you finish it off.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to toot our own horn. I'm going to toot our horns for a minute here. We've been doing this for a really long time, and we're, like Rick said, we're 2 headliners on a show, which is unusual. So we've both been doing it 20 plus years. And when you've been doing it that long, you feel like, you know, you can really bring, like you say, you know, we're experts at what we do. This is going to be a really solid, funny show. We've been doing it a long time, like I said. And although Erica said that we're cleaner, it's not going to be totally clean. Like I love to add a little bit of edge there, you know. You'll hear a little bit. It's not a clean show, right, Rick? It's okay. It's not a clean show.
No. Whatever you want.
He's the one signing the checks here. Yeah, he wants it raunchy, raunchy.
This is
I want
for,
you to be you.
Adult. This is an adult show where I think you know, it's a special show. You're not going to see this kind of a show coming around that often. Erica?
That's why it was awesome to book 2 headliners for one show, because I've never really done that before. So it's awesome. It's going to be an amazing night. Yeah. And
again, $70 for the price ticket, for the price of the ticket for 2 amazing comedians, as in you both ladies, you know, putting on an amazing act. And again, the Dante Club, if you've never eaten at the Dante Club, you know, $70 with dinner and the comedy show is, you know, you can't beat that night.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun for sure.
In today's economy, 100%, you cannot beat that price.
No.
Yeah. I can see Jen being nervous because I said I wasn't dirty. I will do some dark jokes that you will not want to tell your grandmother. How about I promise you will leave going, that was really dark. I didn't really need to hear that, but there we go. I promise.
The material that you wouldn't be using at the retirement home.
Exactly. Or who knows? I don't know. But I once had to do a show early days for the church that I went to as a child. They asked me to do a stand-up show. And if you've ever gone and done stand-up comedy with children, all these people that I had gone to church with since I was a little girl, and I was like, what am I doing here? Like, as soon as I would start a joke, I would remember the end is not appropriate. And like, it was just me writing on the fly. Like I could feel like the lightning coming through the church to strike me dead. I was like, never again.
That's my type of vibe. But I'm curious, a little bit behind the scenes question. So obviously you're both best friends. You support each other.
Best comedy friends.
Best comedy friends.
Yes.
Well, those are, I only have business friends, so I can really. But my question is, there must be a little bit of like a rivalry also to keep you on the edge. You support each other, but 2 parts. And I'm going to ask Erica. if Jen ever does a joke and she kills it, you're like, oh shit, you know what? That's something
I gotta outdo her now.
Outdo her, something that was on the top of my head. And two, who decides who headlines each night? And I know you're both headliners. You're both great acts.
It's a good question.
Yeah. I want to know how this works. Is this decided in the hotel room an hour before, or is this a pre-planned schedule?
So, I mean, we'll probably talk about it before an hour before the show. So Rick has some idea of what the hell's going on. And then we'll change that the last minute, because that's what we like to do. Just keep him on his toes.
He's going to walk in and say, Rick, you're headlining. No,
exactly.
wait. What?
Yeah, we just don't show up. We're just out on the town of Timmins having a great time while everyone waits for us to show up. I would say if you're in the room and anybody you're performing with, when they kill it at a joke, there's no part of you you might be like, God damn, I wish I had I wish I had come up with that idea because it's so good. And as far as like when you get things in comedy, like early days before we had kind of done all the things, like Jen went to Just for Laughs before I did, right? Yeah. So like when she's like, I'm going to Just for Laughs, like, was I happy for her? Yes. Did I take 2 minutes to turn around and go, what the fuck? Like, yeah, of course, because that's human nature. But I've always tried to kind of have a rule that like throw yourself a 2-minute pity party and then be happy, because her getting it doesn't mean I'll never get it. Like I got it the next year, even though her year was more fun with better people. And anyways, I'm fine. I'm fine.
You got over it.
Sounds bitter.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. She got to go with some of the other greatest Vancouver comics, and I went with no one by myself.
That's right. Marcus had a 3-liner. Who is funnier?
Well, that's it.
Is that a question you both ask each other? Who's funnier between the two?
No. I don't think we would ever, on any given night, we might be like, oh man, you killed it tonight. And then you just pause and wait for them to say, so did you. But I don't think we have that kind of, I would never say, I think I'm funnier than Jen or that she's funny, that she's funnier than me. I think we just keep it like that because or else how do we maintain friendship?
I think
both amazingly funny.
Yeah.
We bring different things, don't you think, Erica? Like we're similar, but we're also different. Like Erica is like I think we have different strengths, right? But you'll like we're different enough that it's interesting on a show. But I think we're pretty equal. We just have different strengths. Wouldn't you say? Yeah. Like Erica is like I'll give you a big compliment, even though you're being a little mean to me. But joking. Erica's very good writer. She's a really good writer. Like you're an excellent writer. She's been on CBC Debaters like how many times?
Like nobody's counting, but it's 60.
Actually?
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
60. That's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Yeah. That's right. You find I was in a comedy club in Thunder Bay about 10 years ago, and it was 2 men and a female headliner. Now the female headliner like killed it, probably about 100 times funnier than the men. But there was a couple idiots in the crowd that were more interested in what do you call the old term, cat calls or whatever.
Yes,
totally killed her performance. And I'm thinking, is this a common thing for female comics to deal with? Or we're just living in a caveman society just in that club that night.
Or just ignorant people.
Have you found a different route in your journey as female comics compared to your male colleagues? Or did I just see a one-off that night with a couple of idiots?
I mean, I think unfortunately there are idiots for men performing and women performing, right? Like men are probably more likely to get challenged to a fight, which we've had like other comic friends who have been rushed on the stage and there's been some sort of altercation. And I think sometimes people are just drunk. It's not been a thing that I've experienced a ton in my career. I mean, sometimes you'll get like, I did a show that was all men. It was for like people that owned the dealerships that sold those really, really big like oil rigs. Like, so everyone had a ton of money in this crowd.
Yeah.
And there was like 35 people. It was a small room. It was all men. I was like, why did they hire me for this? And so then I'm like, I think they hired the wrong woman for this job. But And this guy just kept like beaking off the whole time. And you're doing a corporate, so you can't, it's not like a club where you could lash out. I was just kind of like, kept trying to shut him down. And what I realized, if you're doing a show with all men, they love it if you just tear one of them apart. So finally I did. And then after the show, he comes up to me and puts his arm around me. And I'm like, oh, fuck, this guy's going to try to now like get along with me after ruining my show. And I remember he just took out a wad of $100 bills. And I was like, what the hell? And he peeled one off. And I wish I had the integrity to be like, you can keep your money. But he handed me one and I was like, thank you.
Nice.
And ran.
Yeah, screw him. Take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I was like, I could have a really nice bottle of wine after this.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah,
You
no
deserved
kidding.
it. Yeah.
What do you think, Jen?
Well, I love it when someone dares to try to say anything to me, like an idiot guy in the crowd, because we've got skills, like I dare you, try it. And then I end up putting them in their place and it feels so good. It feels so good. And the rest of the crowd is just like, yeah, like they love it because like how arrogant do you have to be that you think you're going to beat me? Like you're going to beat me. I know you think I'm a woman just doing comedy, but I dare you. Go ahead. Try to heckle me. I've been doing this 20 plus years and I've done everything from legions in small towns to, big corporates to going to the Middle East to entertain the fort. Like I've done enough that I'm going to win. So go ahead.
Yeah. Plus you have the mic. That's the trump card is you have the microphone. So nobody can hear what they're saying once you start talking. But when you also say 90% of the interruptions at a comedy club are not heckling. It's not like you see in the movies where people are yelling at the stage. It's just people that are talking to each other and sometimes even about you. Like they like the show, but they're just too drunk to modify their volume. So, and then
100%.
They get told to be quiet and they're like, I'm laughing. And so that's more common than hearing people yelling at the stage. That very rarely happens.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. No, honestly, you're absolutely right. That's another question a lot of people ask. And most people are actually not mean-spirited. Most people mean well. They're just connecting with us so much. And for their experience, it's different because like we can't often see everyone in the crowd. They're drinking. They're like, oh my God, I relate to this. I relate to this so much. I relate to this so much. And then they call out or they do something. Most of them are nice. They're not even heckles. They're like nice. But then they look disruptive because they're interrupting your jokes. But I don't see that as a bad thing necessarily. Most comics hate any kind of heckling. I'm not saying like I encourage it because then that'll, be frustrating if it happens all the time. But if it happens here and there, mostly it's good people. I think when people ask that question, they picture, like Erica said, in the movies or like this idea that like, that when you go in, people are going to be like, you suck. Like no one's ever said that to me the entire time I've been doing stand-up, you suck, or like throwing something at me. I mean, I've bombed because that's part of getting better as a comic, but no one's ever like, you know what I mean? No one's ever done that.
Yeah.
But there are idiots now and then.
But you'll shoot them down. And again, you don't encourage heckling, but if you are going to heckle, September 15th at the Dante Club, you're going to be ready for them. And again, I know you say you don't encourage the hecklers, but you go in with your own material. But if the odd heckler does pop up there, it probably adds a bit of spice to the show.
Sometimes it can. I've had a couple run-ins where I put the microphone down on the stool, and like our first show I won't say the city, but these two guys got in a fight in the audience with each other. They weren't not even with me. And it was like right after COVID. And I just finally ended up leaving the stage. I took the microphone into the stands. And as the audience was like, wow, you really mommed them, which is weird because I don't have kids. But I was like, and the other comics came rushing up from backstage and they couldn't see me because now I was in the stands. And they're like, where is she? And I got these guys like, they got booted out and everybody clapped and everybody was sick of it. So it's, if I see other people are bothered by a heckler, that's when it bothers me, because, you know, it's an expensive night when people go out. If you got a sitter, you pay for parking,
Yeah.
you go for dinner, and then you have some jackass who's interrupting the show. When other people are getting upset, that's when I get more upset than on my own behalf.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
Yeah, that is annoying. Other people they paid money to see the show, and then other people are interrupting. Yeah. And ultimately, you know, you asked the question, is it different for women? Ultimately, what I went into being a comic, not thinking, oh, I'm a woman doing comedy. I'm just a human doing comedy. And like, ultimately, funny's funny. Like, funny's funny. At the end of the day, it doesn't even matter really, because like I said, not every guy is the same. I mean, like, any guy in the audience will watch multiple different types of ages, ethnicities, backgrounds, everything of men, and never be like, oh, I prefer this kind of man comedian. Like, you know, we all have different lenses that we see the world through. And so like what I'm going to talk about is going to be different than a man, but probably just because of my life experience. You know, everybody's different. So we just all bring something different to it. But there, you know, I just don't see gender playing a role in it, because when it comes to jokes and being good at what you do, that's all that matters in the end.
I'm kind of curious. I'm kind of curious. I'll start with Jen. Here's my question. Has social media helped or hurt stand-up comedy? I always thought initially it helped, because it's obviously a chance to promote either clips of your act, your upcoming acts. But when one comedian told me he's actually heard it, because you get these internet sensations that start to get maybe star bookings or decent bookings, but they haven't had the club experience. They haven't earned their dues yet, and they only popped up through like internet sensation. So this comedian felt it has hurt stand-up comedy, social media. You ever thought about this, or is my question so obscured?
No,
it's a good question. First of all,
I think it's a really good question, actually. It's hard for me to answer because I started old school in the clubs, but I think I would feel really bad for someone who did really well on social media and then was expected to headline a show 45 minutes to an hour in a club, because I wouldn't have been ready. Like, say I was 4 years in and that happened to me, and all of a sudden these jokes went crazy and they wanted to book me to headline a show. I think it would be challenging to headline a show at, like we were talking about earlier, like 4 or 5 years into, that would be really difficult, because there are skills you just learn over the years. Like, you need the time on stage to get really good at closing the show. However, I do think the people that would be going to the clubs to see that person are kind of just I don't know if they're expecting them to be like amazing. Maybe they're not thinking that. I don't know. Maybe they're starstruck and just want to see this person because they're a fan of that person, instead of it being like, oh, I'm going to see like an incredibly, masterful stand-up comedian that's honed their craft for that many years. Maybe they're like, I just want to see that guy on TikTok that I've seen because I'm like starstruck. I don't know. I like that we can have that as an avenue. I mean, I need to improve my social media game, but if I chose to do that, I like that it puts it in our hands. Like we were talking about that earlier, Erica, like how this gives us the power. Like, it's actually quite empowering. If you're willing to do the work and be really active on social media, you can put it in your hands instead of having, some scout at, some agency or a festival deciding they want to give you a development deal,
Totally.
Pretty cool.
Erica, do people that are close to you worry about telling you things in their lives because it may come up in your material?
Yes and no. Like, I've never had somebody in my family actually go, don't use this on stage, but I am pretty, I'm pretty open. Like, I'll mention, like, for instance, if I'm doing a joke that involves my husband, he mostly knows about it before. I would never do something, tell some personal story, but it is kind of funny because I used to just always say my husband or my boyfriend but And then I started referring to him by name, by his first name. And we met in comedy. So he used to do comedy. And I don't know that that a guy who didn't do comedy would be as cool with my lifestyle. But he walked into the club and I was telling this joke. And then afterwards, he's like, so when did you start referring to me by my name? Well, I go, everybody knows it's you. And so actually, if you Google, like, because I talk about him on the debaters a lot. So if you Google Erica Sigurdson, one of the third things that pops up is Erica Sigurdson J, because that's his name. And because he's not on social media at all. And I think people think I've invented this husband.
Ah, right. Yes.
But Jen has met him. Jen has met him. He's real.
He's real.
He's real.
He's real.
Yeah, that's it.
You know what's funny is when I used to do a lot of jokes about my dad, and my mom would literally call me, "Oh my God, guess what your dad said today?" Like she would be calling me to give me material about stuff that he did.
Oh, yeah. Use this one time. Right?
Oh yeah.
Well, Jen, I have a hypothetical, but maybe it's not. Tell me if it's not. If you have a joke here and you know it's killer, like you're going to close the show with this joke, and it's about someone who's close to you. And you approach them first and you tell them what your idea is. And they go, no, I'm not comfortable. What do? You modify the joke, you axe the joke, or you just go straight through with it?
If it's like a really good joke and I really, really, really want to do it, I'll just change who it is. Okay. Instead of it being my mom, I'll just say it was my neighbor or something like that.
Yeah.
So we know now at the show, if there's any jokes about your neighbor,
it's your mom.
We know all about who it is now.
Pretty much. Actually, my mom has said to me, can you stop writing jokes about me? Because I write a lot of jokes about her. And I said, yeah, sure. Can you stop being ridiculous?
That's right. Quit giving me the material.
She brings you all the material.
Yeah,
that's
right.
She likes it. You know, at first they're like, oh, I'm so embarrassed. Like I do a joke about being in the delivery room with my sister, an old joke. And she was like, oh, I can't believe you did that. And she loves it. She's like, oh my God, it's about me. Like they love it. They love it. As long as there's some things that I wish I could say and I choose not to do it because I don't want to hurt their feelings. So there is a line I won't cross. But mostly I feel like you're bang on. I kind of edit it a little bit so that I can still get that same joke across, but I'm not hurting anybody's feelings directly. And sometimes people are so not self-aware that I can do a joke about them, but say it was someone else and they don't even know it's about them. I'm like, how did you not notice you're like that? Yeah, that's great.
Awesome. I love it. You know, it's funny. When I did my album recording, my dad was there and I brought him up on stage from one little bit. And then I got booked right after for a show in Iroquois Falls. And the lady put in the contract that my dad has to come to the show so I could bring him up on stage. So I'm like, You're booking you, Dad. I only get this booking if you come.
Yeah, that's right.
So he said, all right, let's go. So he's going to come with me to a show in Iroquois Falls.
Oh, that's so cute. I thought you were going to say you're just going to hire another guy to play your dad.
If he can't make it, for sure. I'll find somebody.
Hire someone to play Rick's dad.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
I love it.
We're pretty fortunate to have these two amazing comedians coming to our community. What do you mean, Rick? You hired good ones.
Bring it in. He always the top talent. And again, you know, two of Canada's top comics will be in Timmins September 15th. It's a Friday night. Dante Club. Again, $70 per ticket. Eventbrite.ca. Get yourself a ticket.
Yeah, and if people are, I hate to give my phone number like this, but some people have told me I want to get tickets, but I don't want to go online for Eventbrite, they can contact me directly at 705-465-4088, and I'll get them their tickets. I'll print them off for them. I'll bring it right to them. That way they don't have to go online. Some people don't want to send or use their credit cards online. I get it. So we'll do it this way too.
Yeah. So you want them to call you and give them their credit card number directly. It sounds like
bank number.
Yeah.
Rick's my scam.
Rick's gonna need their birth certificate, their passport number.
465-4088.
Yeah.
It's a Ronnie working our soundboard.
Be easier though if you go to Eventbrite. Yeah. Definitely easier for me. But I don't mind. I want to fill up the place.
What a guy. Oh my God, your number's right up there. That's nice.
Yeah, tickets are going well now. They've really picked up in the last week, so we're looking good, ladies. We're gonna have a lot of fun that night.
It's gonna be a good night.
Awesome! Can't wait to see you.
Well, we appreciate you both 1,000%.
Yes, we do.
We appreciate you guys. We appreciate you guys.
Well, there we go.
Well, thank you, ladies, for coming on the show. And again, it's not every night you get comedy and dinner at the same time. And again, if you've never been to the Dante Club, for those watching, they say nothing ever happens. Well, it's happening. $70 again. The dinner itself at the Dante Club, it's peanuts when you look at that price tag. And again, two amazing comics. It's going to be one heck of a night, and someone's going to win 2 tickets on tonight's show.
Right. Woo! Right after our break there, Kinsman.
Right after the break.
All right, Jen, Erica, you're the best. We appreciate you, and we'll see you in Timmins.
Thank you. We'll
Thank
see
you
you
so
soon.
All right.
Bye.
See you later. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
That's right.
The Iroquois Falls Storm getting set for their home opener this Friday night at the Just Jordan Arena. Puck drops at 7. We'll see you there. 50-50s, chuck of pucks, giveaways, food, drinks at every game. And look for us. KINZ and KLOMP will be your in-arena entertainment. At the McIntyre Curling Club, registration is underway. Register online prior to September 15th and receive a $20 club gift card. Email them today, maccurl@curlthemac.ca. And book your eye exams now with Focus Vision for September 11th and 12th, and you could win $100 off your glasses. Book your exams today by calling 705-531-7979. And come shop the Urban Park Market this Thursday from 11 to 2 along Cedar Street in your downtown Timmins, BIA. And the Timmins Fall Fair coming up this weekend at the Mount Joy Arena, September 9th and 10th. We'll see you there for the Human Tractor Pull, arm wrestling competition, baby contest, the Super Dog, some amazing food, and some live entertainment. And the Northeastern Catholic District School Board welcoming you back to school. Get all your details online at ncdsb.on.ca. And boost a business, win free promotion of your business with Geronis Board and Kelly Lawyers, just like Sweet and Salty Charcuterie did. Your chance to be this week's winner. Find the post on our KINZ and KLOMP Facebook page with the winners announced every Friday. And Timmins Junk Removal, dump runs, dump trailer rentals. Do you need snow removal? They do it all. Contact Pat today at Timmins Junk Removal, 705-288-5065. And have you tried Smokey Robinson Events and Catering? You can check them out today at Full Beard Brewing, and you can also have them delivered, 705-232-8771. Look for Brian's Menu, also on Instagram and on TikTok. And book a tea time with Don Marcoux at the Mini Pot and Batting Cages. Book your tea time now, 705-264-7888. And the Alzheimer's Society Cochrane-Temiskaming Duck Race Raffle is coming up September 21st at 1. Do you have your first prize duck? Tickets are only $5 each and could win you $5,000. In the Punjabi restaurant located at 211A Algonquin Boulevard East, they now cater and offer Chinese. And they also offer a $30 unlimited buffet. And the Timmins Expo coming up September 16th and 17th at the McIntyre Community Center. Get all your details online for this amazing weekend at northernontarioexpo.com. And DAP Cleaning Solutions, residential commercial cleaning excellence guaranteed. Call Andrew N for your free quote and book now for your carpet cleaning, strip, and wax jobs for your commercial units today. 705-465-3500. And are you buying or selling? Put your house in the capable hands of this guy, Albert Seal from Royal LePage Northern Realty Leaders, and have Albert seal your deal. Call him today, 705-465-3493. And the Cooperators Timmins need some investment advice, life insurance plans, or goals? Contact Sebastian Vermette today and his team, 705-264-4395. And Jackpot City Gaming, located at 251 First Avenue, Timmins. They're open Monday through Sunday, 9 a.m. to 2. Play some bingo, Vegas-style games, and they're now fully licensed. And Uniglass Plus getting set for a charity car show and barbecue fundraiser, 10 to 1 at their new location, 616 Riverside Drive. We'll see you there, and we'll raise all the money we can for Little Jade. And a shout out to Dare Timmins. For any inquiries, contact them today via email at daretimmins@gmail.com. And on the big screen this week, The Nun, The Equalizer 3, and Gran Turismo at Imagine Cinemas. Get all your tickets and showtimes at imaginecinemas.com. And the Porcupine Gold Kings second annual mixed slow pitch tournament is coming up the weekend of September the 15th, and the deadline to put a team in is coming up on the 10th. Contact Rick Lamotte today to put a team in, 705-365-0105. And she's the producer of That Hunting Girl on Sportsman Channel Canada, the creator of Just Hunt Inc.,
Amanda Lynn Mayhew. And how about the U18A Gold Kings? Tryouts are coming up. Your chance to join the two-time NOHA champions. Tryouts begin starting Monday, September the 11th at the Whitney Arena. Get all the details and to register. You can find out all the info at the PMHA Facebook page. And fall is coming, and so is the upcoming bowling season. Check out MidtownBowlTimmins.ca for more detail, or call in person 705-267-3500. And how about welcome to Timmins Night? Mark it off for Wednesday night this week, 6 to 8. We'll see you down there at the McIntyre Curling Club.
That's tomorrow night. Okay,
That's tomorrow night. Yes, welcome to Timmins Night. We'll be there.
Couldn't even get that line out. Kinsman stole everything. See what happens around here, right?
I know.
That's
you're
right.
Well, you're too slow.
He thinks it's a fun finish your sentence, but he's just being greedy.
I'm just being greedy.
He's just being greedy.
My line. No.
We are.
But
like
we
that
are
line.
at
Look,
welcome
did you
to
see what
Timmins
it
Night
said?
tomorrow night. What's that?
It said, "Don't put your phone number online." The police taught us that.
That's right. You break your own rule. Yeah.
I did tell people that. That's not good.
Well, maybe you're like me. I like giving advice, but I never like taking it.
That's
I have a difficult time taking advice. But isn't that awesome? Like you get a home run again there, Lemieux, with your Canadians.
Yes.
The
Yeah,
Canadians
this is
come
going to
there.
be, oh my God.
Great show.
People can't miss this.
No, and dinner, and again, it's a Friday night out.
Yeah.
$70. You get dinner and 2 amazing comics all in one show, and 3 if you're including the host, Rick Lemieux.
Hey, Kinsman, I feel like the emojis are covering your head again tonight.
Are the no?
No, it looks pretty close.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
Can someone put an angry symbol underneath Kinsman's head? That'd be perfect.
No angry emojis.
He doesn't.
No angry.
He doesn't like any angry.
It wasn't like a light bulb emoji.
I love that.
All right.
Bing. Oh, there it is.
There it is. Hang on.
There.
Whoa.
That's more like it. I appreciate that. But you definitely hit a home run, and keeping comedy alive in this community. We have some great acts, like
all the time.
Great
the time.
acts.
Yeah.
And again, it's one night only. So don't be expecting a Saturday night show or a Thursday night show. It's Friday, September 15th. After that,
We're in Sudbury on Saturday.
That's
it. We're leaving Saturday morning.
So
there we go.
That's it. One night only.
All right. We got a pair of tickets to give away.
Yeah.
That's a big prize right there.
$140 up for grabs right now.
Yes.
All right there, Ronnie. So pull up the wheel of
The
winning.
wheel of winning. Where
right.
it stops, no one knows. Let's click the
we'll
draw
know.
button now.
We will know.
Who's off September the 15th to see this amazing show? My jokes are up here.
And the winner is Julie.
Julie
Clark.
Clark.
All right.
Congrats, Julie.
Julie, I know Julie loves these comedy shows because
She does.
She's been to a few, so you couldn't have picked a better winner.
Awesome.
So here's the question: do we want Julie to get in touch with you, or
I'll get in touch with her on Facebook.
On
there.
Facebook?
I can see it. She's on Facebook.
Yeah,
so I'll get in touch with her.
There you go.
There you
I'll
go,
get you your
Julie.
tickets there, Julie.
Yeah, amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it'll be a
The-
fun night.
The weekend book. Yeah. Oh, there she goes. Yes, I won. So we got
Yeah, I won.
confirmed
Yes.
happy winner.
Yes.
The wheel of winning is instant gratification.
It
Isn't
is. It's instant gratification, except for that one angry emoji right there.
Kids was going to be worried about that angry
That's
all
right.
night.
I always ask.
Give
I'm
him
like,
12
I'm like,
angries.
who's angry at comedy, right?
And then you go, oh, it's probably just something Klopp said, and you sleep
That's
peacefully.
it. I sleep a lot easier.
It most likely is something.
It
that
most
Klopp
likely
said.
is something.
And I
Klopp
love
says.
it. Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
You just want a reaction.
yeah.
It doesn't matter what it is.
You darn right, pal.
I like that though.
Yeah,
That's
you
fun.
You can't always get a Kinsman likes cheers all the time.
Cheers.
Throw me in a couple booze at the gas station, and I go
And
home
you're
a happy
good.
man. Yeah.
You're all good to go.
But yeah, you're always doing good things in the community.
We love it. Yeah,
Yeah.
we love what you're doing.
Awesome.
There we go, Kinsman. That's my secret cap. I'm always angry. Well, don't always be angry, Chris. I'm not advocating for that.
Yeah.
I'm talking once in a while. an emoji.
Once in a while.
Yeah,
The
that's
angry emoji is good. And there's Julie thanking everyone. Yeah, she's going to have a fun night. $140 of comedy and dinner fun.
I'm gonna put you at the same table as my mom and dad. Does that work for you, Julie? Is that good?
That's really
That's where the
good
winners.
behavior.
The winners sat last time with my
Yeah.
dad, and the sad part was at the end they said he was the funniest guy of the night.
And he buys wine for the table.
like, what?
I've been told he buys wine for the table.
Oh wow, that is the table I want to be at too. Then
That's it. Yeah.
all right. Well, there's. I think that's. You got anything else to blab about on your whiteboard there, Kinsman?
No, just get your tickets. If you're not as lucky as Julie to win them, Eventbrite.ca. Contact Rick. through Facebook. And again, we're going to pack the Donde Club. Donde Club, again, September the 15th. Again, Erica Sigurdson and Jen Grant, Rick Lemieux. It's going to be an awesome show. My jokes are up here. And again, it's only one night only.
Can you put up the last two comments, Ryan? Went through pretty quick on Joanne's. They said something on the news today about how it's dangerous to use emojis in text messages.
Is it dangerous?
Depends what emoji you're using, I guess.
I don't know. What emoji are we talking about?
Kinsman likes the smiley face and the one with the tongue out.
The tongue out.
The
crazy.
Are you an emoji guy?
Oh, yeah. Any
like
post
emojis,
you'll see with the tongue or the blinking eye.
The blinking
like
eye.
the wink, that's a Mark
come on,
post, okay?
those
Then
are
I
my
just go in and
posts.
delete them.
He does. He'll go in there and edit.
Like,
and I'll
come
say
on, we're not
edited
six.
2 seconds ago.
We're not
Six. Once in a while. But he's just enthusiastic. So
I am enthusiastic.
this is why I love the guy so much.
No more. I'm not going to be giving away any more tickets. We've already given away some over the last couple months. So
yeah,
that's
the last two.
So
you guys got the last two.
Julie has the last 2 free tickets. So there you go, Julie. Congrats.
Julie's going to have a lot of best friends now. Maybe.
I think so.
Well, actually, Julie already has a lot of best friends, so now she's going to just expand it even more. Ronnie, don't you be asking Julie for her ticket, because I know you guys are friends.
That's it.
He's already conniving over there.
But Julie's going to have a good time.
Sending her
Everybody's
some
going to have a good
emojis
time.
right now.
Yeah, the wink emoji.
Yeah.
Hey, Julie, what's over there?
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
That's it. Kinsman, close it out.
All right, we're out of here. Again, wonderful night of comedy, September 15th. Go see it and buy your tickets. My jokes are up here. Again, you don't want to miss it. Erica Sigurdson and Jen Grant, Rick Lemieux. Always a pleasure, Rick.
Thank you,
know,
guys.
the cops can't stop you now. And
That's right.
again,
Thank you.
we love that they can't stop you because you're bringing amazing talent to this city.
Yeah, it's been a
We
lot
love
of fun. Some great comics coming, so it's great. Thank you.
All right.
Peace it out, Ronnie.
Peace out. We'll see you tomorrow night, 7 o'clock at Welcome to Timmins Night.
Call me the fake Facebook man, posting lies about my life which no one else can. Filters on my face to disguise my age. Show money that I don't have is what is on my page. Why don't you come and join my team? It's called living the fake Facebook life dream. They post a pic of me eating clean, but it's pizza and burgers for dinner, you know what I mean. A snapshot of vacations that I got no money to take. So you one of my sports car, you know that it's a fake. Got my love loaded up with things that aren't even true. Pretending on Facebook is my thing to do. Yeah.
2,000 friends, which I've never done met. A pic of my lunch is what you're gonna get. I had a post of your baby, say it's one darn cute kid. But I lied, cause it's ugly, that's called an online fib. I talk about success in my job and the pending promotion, but in reality it's a psych, cause I got a demotion.
Call me the fake Facebook man, posting lies about my life which no one else can. Filters on my face to disguise my age. Show money that I don't have is what is on my page. Why don't you come and join my team? It's called living the fake Facebook life dream.
You block me on Facebook without a judge, jury, or trial. I'll be creeping you the next day with a shiny new profile. See a pic of my family? Yeah, we're having a good time. Well, the joke's on you. We have not talked in 8 months or 9. I'll tell you about the weather and the stuff you don't need to know. I'll fake a good illness so the sympathy will grow. I'll ask you to donate to my made-up cause and post selfies on the daily that ain't breaking no laws. So don't judge the life of the fake Facebook man, pretending to be happy like no one else can.
Call me the fake Facebook man, posting lies about my life which no one else can. Filters on my face to disguise my age. Show money that I don't have is what is on my page. why don't you come and join my team? It's called living the fake Facebook live dream. If they post a pic of me eating clean, but it's pizza and burgers for dinner, you know what I mean. A snapshot of vacations that I got no money to take. Send you all of my sports car, you know that it's a fake. Got my love loaded up with things that aren't even true. Pretending on Facebook is my thing too.